Pásala bien.
Welcome back to another episode of Pásala Bien. Thank you guys for tuning in. Donde la pasamos bien.
Oh, mal.
Pero pásale.
Either way, pásale.
We here.
Good to be back.
Arrancamos con cafecito porque it's going to be a good show.
Actually, I'm drinking
And
water.
for some of us, water, yeah.
No,
I don't
I
drink
need
Stay
coffee.
hydrated, everybody.
Or dehydrate.
So does
Bro.
coffee actually dehydrate you?
It does.
It does, supposedly.
That's why I don't like
You're supposed to
coffee.
drink water.
Pero el café tiene agua.
That's bad, guys, because I wake up in the mornings and I just drink coffee.
We all do that.
Ayunas.
You're supposed
And
to
that's
drink
my breakfast.
water before coffee. Mm-hmm.
Así
Wait,
me
so you drink
acostumbraron.
coffee every morning?
For the most part,
You
yeah.
do?
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
But it's the first thing I
Damn.
drink. Like I wake up, shower, brush my teeth, and my first thing is a coffee.
Dicen, hey, you're like brushing them para que se queden blancos and you go stain them?
No, pues
you
sí,
know-
tienes que lavarte los dientes antes de que vayas a tomar el café. That's for sure.
See,
Hey.
no, and then what's crazy since I think about it, and I'm like, because the first sip, it's always kind of like todavía te sabe a pasta.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
your teeth
So
are
it's not
fresh.
It does.
Huh?
It's not nasty?
It's just the first sip.
Just the first sip, but then it kind of goes away, and then you're good after that.
Yeah, because then you get coffee breath.
Yeah.
Dude, dicen que el café es adicto.
I am.
No, el adicto soy yo.
No, bro, my mom cannot stop drinking coffee. She said que si no tomo café, le duele la cabeza.
And I
Igual.
vouch
Yo
for
creo
that
que
for
eso
her.
es verdad.
Yeah,
Eso es
it's
verdad.
You get like a mini migraine.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
and that's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
'Cause, yeah, that's what happened to me. At first, I was like getting coffee every morning, and then I was like, okay, let me give it a break.
I was about to tell you that. I saw that you said you were going to take a break.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what happened to
And
that?
I did a 1 day break because then I went on that day, and then I was like, oh, okay. The second day, I got a headache.
Hey, me siento raro.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah.
got a headache, and I was
Yeah.
like, ay,
It's
but
still
then I was
coffee
like, it's the
withdrawal.
caffeine. Yeah, the
It's a
caffeine.
coffee
Yeah.
withdrawals.
So
Y
then I
yo-
went back, but then now I can go a day without
Yeah.
it.
Is
Just
it
one,
because,
hey, you're just a 1 day.
is it because you want to? Because la cartera ya no alcanza.
You know what? That's not the issue.
Hey, dinero hay.
Dinero hay.
Yeah, and especially do you drink every day?
Yeah, I drink coffee every single day. Every single day. Pero sí hubo una vez donde yo paré de tomar café. I was like, I'm not going to drink coffee anymore. And then the beginning, I was like, oh, my head hurts and I can't function. But I think, I stand by the fact that it's true, te duele la cabeza si no tomas café. Pero también yo creo que si tomas unos días sin tomar café, se te quita el dolor de cabeza. Pero
Yeah.
yo no quiero dejar el café.
Gilberto, no,
So,
you go.
no, please go.
No, you go.
No, say.
Well, then we go.
Okay,
I
so
won't
basically
forget.
what happened, it was so
I
crazy
will go. I'll
this
let
week.
you go, yeah. I won't forget.
Well, it's because my friend came in telling us about a story about a kind of act of kindness. And I was going to say the last time I was there at Starbucks drive-thru, it was actually an act of kindness towards me.
No way.
So I got a free coffee because the guy in front of me paid. And they le hicieron mal, my order. So then I got 2 coffees for free.
Oh, so it was your day. It was your
Life
day.
hack. Life hack.
So you gave out the other one.
Yeah, well, I kind of drink both.
Wait,
No,
but the
no,
real
no.
question is, did you pay for the next car?
Yeah, I
you get
did.
the
I always
chingón?
pass that on, yeah.
Yo tengo miedo cuando que me pases algo así a mí, tengo miedo.
Yeah.
Que imagínate mi café cuesta $7, ¿verdad? Let's just say $7 y que te toque atrás a una familia.
Sometimes people
Dude,
do
digan
that.
$50.
Dude, yes, because they could get pretty expensive, especially if you go to like a Starbucks, a Coffee Bean. It could get expensive. 2 coffees is $20 already right there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, no es necesario. El acto que lo tenía que hacer, la otra persona lo quiso hacer, lo hizo. A ti si no quieres o no puedes, pues ya no tienes,
I
you
take
know?
no part in this.
Trata de hacer otra cosa que puedas. No tienes que comprar la marqueta a todo el mundo. Which, marqueta, mi historia tenía que ver con eso. So, básicamente estaba viendo un video y es como popular que la gente haga cosas, pero las grabe. You know, it's like, I'm
content.
doing an act of, for content. And it's amazing. And when I was younger, I always see like artists go and participate in community events, you know, donate their time, donate their money y todo grabado. Y yo siempre decía, pues, ¿sabes qué? Son artistas, están dando el ejemplo y todo está bien, ¿verdad? Pero ese video como que estaba un poco interesante. La muchacha estaba compartiendo que había tenido un día muy difícil. Like, she had a very rough day. Así que lo que ella quería hacer es algo bueno para otra persona. Y lo que ella quería hacer es ir a la marqueta y pagar la marqueta de otra persona. And she was going to take us along for the ride. She's like, I just feel really bad. So, you know, I feel kind of awkward. She's already saying, ella prepara la cámara y se va para la marqueta. Cuando llega a la marqueta, ella le ofrece a la primera persona, hola, mi nombre es tararara, yo quiero pagar tu marqueta, y le explicó toda la cosa. La cámara apuntando a la persona. La persona se le quedó mirando como que medio rara, like, Ella dijo, no, está bien, yo no quiero que me lo pagues. Like, I'm fine.
So she would
So
decline.
she was denied the ability to help this person. Después de que esa persona dijo que no, she even said it in the camera. She was like, oh, I felt kind of awkward, I don't know what to do. But she was like, I'm just going to try again. So, se queda en la misma marqueta, llega otra persona, ella viene y le dice lo mismo, con la cámara, otra vez. Y la persona dice, like, no, it's okay, like, I got it, yo estoy bien, muchas gracias. 2 times, denied, right? She asked another person, finalmente una persona deja que le compre la marqueta. Compró unas cuantas cosas, like, unas cosas poquitas, ¿verdad? So, entonces ella terminó eso, le pagó la marqueta y luego se va. Y dice, como que era una experiencia muy interesante porque ella empezó a hacerlo porque se sentía mal, quería hacer algo bueno, va a hacer algo bueno, nadie la deja porque nadie quería. Mi pregunta para ustedes, ¿creen que las personas que estaban en este video hubieran sido un poco más como que, oh sí, si la cámara no estuviera en ellos?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I feel like maybe because they feel like they're being used for content and they're not, that the person's not doing it genuinely. But then also, like, I was thinking, like, a lot of the times I see that people don't go and ask, can I pay you for your thing? They just, like, put in the card and do it, and then it's a surprise. Ni le dan tiempo de reaccionar. That's when it happens sometimes. But then if you go question someone, like, can I feel like sometimes that's why they deny it too, like, oh, especially if they see a camera and that they're being used for that. Se puede malinterpretar.
I got 2 things with this.
Yeah.
Right now, when you said you could just go and use the card. Excuse me. Oh,
oh, you okay?
Me van a voltear como Yoli.
Check the last episode for reference.
No, but yeah, like, a mí me ha pasado que, like, en veces como que quieres ayudar a una persona y como que lo toman normal. Like, imagine you. Let's just say, a mí no me importa, paguen por lo que quieran.
They were good, obviously.
But it's like, en veces cuando quieres ayudar a una persona, como me ha pasado a mí que, like, estoy en la marqueta o algo y le quiero ayudar a una persona que lo miro como, que se mira como latino or something like that y le hablo en español y como que me contestan, like, rude. In English, I'm like, was it my fault? O me ha pasado que era una persona en inglés y me contestan en español, so I'm like, so you're never right? Like, no, yeah, you don't know where to go. And another thing is, like, a lot of people think that just because you're recording, it's something bad, like, oh, you're bragging about it. No, because sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying all the cases, but in some cases, the reason why I think people record is to motivate other people to do the thing.
Baby, I'ma be a motivation.
I don't think it'll be bad si la cámara es en tu cara like that and you're not respecting.
See, but most of the time, that's what they do. They put the camera on your face, and of course, if they asked me, I probably would have been like, no.
More like a hidden camera, maybe that would have been
Or
working.
no camera.
But then how could you motivate other people to do it?
You can tell them what you did.
Yeah, but if you didn't see it, a lot of people don't believe it.
I mean, ¿qué
I
clase de
feel like
persona
when-
eres que no te cree?
I mean,
Yeah, I
or
feel like
you
when
could record from
TikTok-
far away.
Yeah, when
It's
TikTok
like they
came
say-
along and stuff, that's when you saw it more happening.
Like when they say,
The
if you
whole
didn't snap it,
camera
didn't
and-
happen.
Yeah, but there are so many videos that I like watch and I enjoy. But I think like when it comes to paying stuff, or honestly, when it comes to recording anybody at all, and I know what you said, like come in and just pay for them or whatever, that's cool too. Pero que tal si ellos, oh, it's a prank, I'm gonna take this grocery because I paid it. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, I feel like sometimes I'm just like you don't have to record everything. Like it's almost cringe, like you know.
Yeah.
And then with her, I felt bad because clearly she wanted to do something good, but I'm like, if you want to do something good, just do something good.
She should have literally just went, done the good deed, and dipped. She would have
It
felt
kinda-
better about herself.
yeah, she
But if
would've,
you're
she
putting
would've.
the camera in their face.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people are gonna
It
say
became
no.
a whole commotion.
Yeah,
became
it
for
became like, okay,
content.
you're doing it for clout, you know?
A lot of times I see when I see these videos on TikTok, I ask that myself. I'm like, I don't know if I can walk up to someone with the camera. Like that takes a lot, like, because you don't know how the people or the person's
Sorry.
gonna react. It's always a hit and miss. So yeah, I think about that when I see TikTok, because you see it on TikTok mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be difficult. Yeah.
I guess like asking somebody before you put the camera on them,
Yeah,
like,
is it cool
hey,
if I
is it cool if I record? You know what I mean? Because in certain areas, like cuando tú estás en un concierto o en un lugar donde hay muchísimas cámaras, obviamente no tienes que pedir permiso, puedes. Oh, well, es bueno pedir permiso, pero no es tan necesario, ¿verdad? Pero si vas a una marqueta donde la gente está en su momento privado, you know.
And sometimes they're rushing it, like in and out.
And then
like,
I'm like, there's like a line here, lady, like get out. Yeah, I don't know.
There was
Go ahead.
there was just one time I had to do a video. Melissa used to do it. ¿Cómo va? she used to do like the good deed, and I was in the streets, and I had to go do like a good deed of the day, right? Y yo fui a la calle and I was like, ¿qué hago? ¿Qué hago? And I was like, I don't want to go up to somebody and record them.
Mm-hmm.
So like I hit up one of my friends and I'm like, hey, I need to do a good deed. Can you record me? So I drove through like McDonald's and I recorded myself. And I bought the food and I just had my friend record me doing the good deed, bro, from like a block away. Yeah. Because I didn't want to go up to the homeless man and be like, hey, can you be recording him and like, do you want this food? You know? Mm. So what I just did, I literally went up to him and I le di la comida and I just sat with him and I just had a conversation with him and then I went about my day. But obviously I recorded from far away and then I posted on social media and I was just trying to be like, you know what? You could still do it, but do it different ways. Mm. But I feel like even if you do it different ways, people are still going to tell you, they're still going to tell you something because someone commented and they're like, oh, you're just doing it for your ego. And I was like, no, I was genuinely just trying to do this like good deed. I could have done it different and just been recording his reaction. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I had my friend stand from afar and record me. So there's like different ways that you could go about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I can relate to her, to the story you were saying, friend, because this past Thanksgiving, I actually wanted to feed the homeless. So then I went and bought like pizza, I bought drinks, and I bought
That's
chips
nice.
and stuff. You me puse, I did like a little setup, and I was like, dude, it's Thanksgiving, like, you know, let's give back, you know. Yeah. So I went and I did like the setup. I think about like 10 pizzas and whatever, right? And I was like, enough for everyone and more than one slice for everyone, you know, whatever. So I went and my friend came to help me, and I wasn't gonna record. I wasn't gonna record like me giving it to them. I did record, however, like, hey, I'm here to buy food. I'm gonna give back. Maybe a picture of like the setup, but I wasn't gonna record them. Those weren't my intentions. And then I went around and I told everyone, hey guys, we're gonna be giving out food if you want to come through and get some food and whatever. And hardly anyone came. I feel like sometimes the people are just like, I didn't know how to feel about that either. Like I didn't know like.
Pero por qué? They didn't come because they're embarrassed?
I don't know if it was because they were embarrassed or they were just against getting the help. Or I think
you know? Sometimes maybe they're just scared because maybe people have treated them bad. You know, I've seen videos que les has mentado la comida and stuff.
I didn't get upset. Yeah, I didn't get upset. I wasn't like, oh. So, but I was just left thinking like, oh, like I wonder why. And then I went ahead and because it was a lot of pizza. Yeah,
maybe because of the situation they live in. Sometimes a lot of them are like introverts. You know.
Yeah.
But I feel like it happens a lot because it's happened to me. Like I went to Taco Bell one time, and I saw like a homeless person by the trash can, and they were laying down. Y yo me metí a comprar comida, and I went up to them. I was like, hey, I'm about to get dinner at Taco Bell. Do you want something? And they were like, they like thought about it, and they're like, can I just have the money? And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't have cash on me, but I can get you something to eat. And they were like, okay, it's okay, never mind. And I was like,
they just wanted the money.
I'm like, dude, like, you know, you could have had breakfast for tomorrow, dinner for right now. But it's
so what I did, I got the pizzas, I put them back in the car,
and you took them home.
Reloading everything back. No, so I drove around and I went to look for more people, and I just went and handed it to them, and they took it. And
the whole box.
Sometimes they just search
not like come
up.
here and get it. Like it was just more like here you go.
That is a question though. Like why didn't everybody come and stuff? But it's cool to know like okay they didn't come. That's fine. I'm still trying to do something good. Let's move on because so many people have so many reasons why they don't want to come. You know. Exactly. And then it's like at the end of the day, that's not our job to figure out why yes, why no. Like you know if you're trying to do something good, try and do something good. And if that person is gonna accept it or not, like you know either way, it's like okay, let me move on.
Yeah, I think it didn't go as I planned or I thought it was going to happen. So then when I went around and gave out the food, those people were really appreciative. And I was just like, I still felt good after all. Yeah, which was, you know, like the goal, I guess, just to know that you gave back.
Well, the one is at least those 5 people, you probably give them a smile. Something to be grateful that day. And you at least changed 5 lives right there. You know, or maybe they share with the other ones when you left.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they needed that connection. Because I mean, hey,
did you take some home?
Did you take them home?
I think I did ended up taking like 1 box home because it was just it was a couple of them. But no,
You're like, Mom, I brought dinner.
Today I brought dinner.
Going back to the videos, people recording. I like when they're recording. Let's start sharing some of that instead of like sometimes we share a lot of negative stuff. Like something happened here, something happened there. Why don't we share these act of kindness? You know, like para que haya contenido to share it. You know, because sometimes we're so intrigued. Like, oh, look what happened over here, or look what this person did. Look what this person is doing. Like, let's share good content. You know.
Has anyone ever done anything for you?
paying at the McDonald's.
They
Like the
paid for your
drive-through,
food?
yeah.
Oh.
McDonald's or Starbucks.
The 40
before.
piece chicken nuggets, what'd you get?
No, paying at the McDonald's, something like
they
that.
paid for your order.
Yeah,
Cool.
but you know what I have, like, I don't know, maybe because we work in the entertainment or like in the industry, we like to talk, right? And you know, we love to talk, like, and they always
rare.
make,
Not us. Hey, not us.
They always
We?
make fun of me. My niece and my cousins and my niece, shout out to Destiny. She's always making fun of me because she's like, oh my God, I hate when I go with you to the drive-thrus because I start talking and like, oh, how was your day, bro? And we have a whole full-blown conversation and she's like, dude, you always do that. I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what these people are going through, especially during the
Yeah.
pandemic. Remember when they were working like hard and they were like in the drive-thrus?
worst.
The worst timings to work with. And I was like, I will always like to like be like, oh, how was your day? You know, like, you don't know how they're going through it. Sometimes when they do have an attitude, I'm like, maybe they have an attitude for a reason. So I don't like try to judge it too much. But when I have time, I have time. Like, I have time. But I'll be like, oh, how was your day? Oh, blah, blah. Like, la otra vez era mi cumpleaños and I went to Dutch Bros. And they're like, what's your birthday? They see it because in the app, they're like, we're going to give you a happy birthday thing. This and that. You know how they give you like a birthday treat? Well, they forgot it to give it to me at the drive-thru. And I was like, I told my little niece, I was like, I'm going to tell her they forgot my birthday. She's like, please don't. That's embarrassing, Alejandro. That's embarrassing. Let's go. And I was like, I'm going to have to wait another year to get my birthday thing.
You're like, that's the only reason why I came.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I came.
Wait, what is the birthday treat?
Well, I don't know. I never figured
Oh.
it out.
You have to wait till next year.
Supposedly they
Dang
give you
it.
a drink and then something with like a birthday treat, but I don't know what it is.
Ah, dang, I'll have to go check it out.
Well, your birthday's coming up, so I mean, download the
I
app.
have like 2 more
What
months
about
to
you?
go.
Have they done anything for you?
Actually, yes. One time I took the Amtrak to San Jose, and it was my first time going up there in the Amtrak. And the Amtrak se jodió, so we had to stop and catch a bus. So the bus left me somewhere else, and this was before you could send your location, right? So you get San Diego, and then I call my cousin. I'm like,
Hello? Get me missing animals! And hurry! We've got a lost zebra!
hey, I'm here. And she's like, where you at? And I tell her where I'm at. She's like, where's that at? And I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I've never been here. So she's like, well, I don't know exactly where you are. So I'm just standing there, right? And there's some guy that was dropping off his girlfriend at the station. And he heard me when I was on the phone. I was like, honestly, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what to do. I don't have the Uber app. I don't even think the Uber app existed at that time. And I was just like on the phone, and he overheard. And then he comes up to me. He's like, hey, do you need a ride? And I was like,
Y así es como se pierde uno.
I was
Yes.
like, and I was like, I told my cousin, I was like, someone's offering me a ride. I'm like, I'll call you back. And I was like, he's like, do you have the address where you're going? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, if you want, I'll give you a ride. And I was like, okay. So I got on the car.
Hey, todavía le decía, yo me cerré la
I got
puerta.
on the
Yeah,
car,
seatbelt.
and I was like, dang it. I was like, what did I do? I was like, well, damn. Hopefully they drop me off at my cousin's house.
Hope I see you soon, cousin. Hope I see you soon.
Well, I'm here, so they
Was it far away from where you were supposed to be?
yeah, I think it was like 30 minutes
Oh,
away.
wow.
Oh,
So
gosh,
the
he's
bus,
so nice.
yeah. So they like dropped me off at like it's because obviously like the train dropped,
Yeah.
like se jodió. So I took the bus, so it took me somewhere else. So it was just like a hot mess, and I mean, thankfully I made it safe to my cousin.
Thank
it was
God.
actually for her baby shower, so I was like,
He was sitting in his chair, and then he pulls out the camera. Hey guys, just picked up a random person.
Dang, imagine.
This reminded me real quick. I don't know if you remember.
Okay.
One time, me and you, you were hosting a club in Long Beach, and then I went with you that one night. We were hosting, and we were hosting. Not, you
Yeah,
were
we were.
hosting. Remember?
Inside joke.
Inside joke.
That's an inside joke. We don't know what she's talking about.
I remember. Maybe
Right now, when you finish
someday.
that story, he's gonna elaborate
Maybe
on
we'll
that.
come back to that story. And then there was a guy that he was with a group of friends, and that I don't know. There he's like, they left me, but he was like all upset. And then I was just like, that sucks, man. Like, how did your friends leave you? Y él se miraba tomado, pero not like sloppy. But you can tell he was worried, like, oh, like me dejaron, and his phone died or something. And I think I drove that one day, and we were gonna go back home. And I offered him a ride.
Oh
¿Te
my
acuerdas?
God, yes, I remember.
But I was afterwards. I was
Oh
like,
my
I think Yoli was a little scared, like uncomfortable because maybe
Because the
like,
stranger was
okay.
in the car.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Hey,
I
and
was
it's
like-
understandable.
Me voy.
But when you did that act of kindness, did you think in your mind like, oh my gosh, what if this is like Diosito testing me?
You know
Did you
what?
think of that?
What do you mean? Like, oh yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times. No, I don't know if that in that moment, but sometimes you're just like, You know, I just go off the vibe. Like,
That's
if
funny.
I
I
feel
had
like-
forgot about that
You had
story,
forgot it?
friend. Yeah,
Yeah,
I blocked it
okay.
out from my memory.
and then the guy was just like, "Hey, thank you for coming. Like, thank you for coming. Thank you for."
Oh
giving
wow.
me-"
Oh wait. What were
No,
you
he
guys
was
doing?
Like, "Oh, thank you
yeah,
for."
he was super thankful.
Yeah, thank you for giving me a ride and whatever. He's like, "You're really nice." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh." Like,
And then he gave
for
you the
sure.
number.
No. And then I was just like, okay, cool. And then Yoli se baja del carro. Oh, because she was in the back seat. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to the front now. Because I had her. But it wasn't too far from the club either.
No, he lived really close. He lived really close.
Yeah, but I was just
Yoli's
like,
like, woof, we made it.
I'm like sharing location with everybody.
I was thinking it's funny because it's similar to his
Oh
story.
my god!
So you
yes.
were the hero at that point.
Yeah,
You
he
were
was
the
a
hero at that
hero.
point.
Yeah, they're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I was like, all right, can we go get some food now?
Hey, like we didn't live an hour away. We had
We
to like
did,
go.
yeah. It was like, we have time. Might as well drop people
Yeah,
off.
might as well.
We're like, anybody else want to ride?
Hey,
But
because
then I was like, that sucks, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, how did your people leave you? You know?
Yeah.
the fact that a stranger will actually get into someone else's car
Yeah.
that they don't even know.
Yeah.
You were the stranger once.
Well, no, the only reason why I did that, I got into a stranger's car because I did that once. One time I went to the grocery store. Hold on. I went to the grocery store to buy some stuff for my mom, and I was driving. I had barely got my license, and I got my stuff. I walked to my car, and when I was walking to my car, there was a guy in crutches. He was like older, you know, he was probably like 40s, 50s, and he was in crutches carrying his marqueta. And I'm about to get into the car, and he's like, hey, excuse me, like, sorry to bother you, but can you give me a ride to my house? And I looked at him, and I was like, ni cómo decirle que no. And in my mind, I was just like, what if this is Diosito testing me to see if I'm a good person?
Yeah.
So I was like, I really want to say no because to start off, this is not even my car.
It's not a car.
I just
It's
got
not
my
my vehicle.
license. I just got my license. I was like, yeah, sure, get on the car. So like I open him the car, how much the groceries I put on my car, and then I get in the car and I like put my seatbelt on. I was like, what if this guy just stabs me and steals the car? And what if
Imagine
his
you got
crutches?
The crutches that.
So my thoughts were like, what if he just kills me? What if I'm gonna drop him off and he's setting
Everything
me
goes
up?
through-
So I'm
yeah,
just thinking
everything.
negative, but then in my mind I was like, Diosito, I did something good, so please
Take care of me.
take care of me. Take care of me because I don't want to die. So like I took him and he was like telling me how he got hurt and he was telling me how grateful he was. He's like, I was asking people, you know what, like the city bus was to come pick me up and they did it, and I like after I dropped them off I was like, thank you, Diosito. I was just trying to be a good person, and you know what happens, and it's sometimes like you just put yourself in situations that I hope is not it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But at least you know deep down inside that you did something good for someone. And actually,
and
I felt good
it
after.
can go either way. One time real quick, I was leaving downtown LA on a New Year's Eve because we were working. We were hosting a club in downtown LA, and then I saw a family, like a couple and a baby, like they were holding the baby, and then I was like, I wonder if they were like at the bus stop. Ya era tarde, and I was like, the bus is not gonna come right now. So then I pull over and offer a ride. I'm like, you guys you need a ride somewhere? But it was a family, right?
Yeah.
But they were like, oh no, we're okay, thank you. Like they were like hesitant about
They're like
getting in
weirdo.
the car. Yeah. But I was like, you know, like I get it, I guess. You know, like I was like, okay, no worries, Happy New Year. Y ya le di, pero yeah, like it's like you never know. You know?
Yeah.
No, but sometimes it's like you're in the right times, right place. Like, a mí me
Yeah.
pasó dos veces. Una vez me pasó when I was at Target with my mom. We're actually already done shopping. We're going back to our car, and I saw a guy desesperado, like basically almost running, dude. And he comes up to me. He's like, "Me puedes ayudar? Me puedes ayudar?" And I was like, I think I told you that story, huh? And it was like, I'm like, are you okay? Like, and at first I was scared because I was like, what if he has something like I have my mom and my sister, right? And he was like, me puedes ayudar, no me quiere ayudar. And I'm like, ¿qué pasó? Because he only spoke Spanish, right? And I guess he lived in Victorville and we're over here in Fontana area. So then, ¿cómo se llama? So he had a good drive, right? So I guess he was having an anxiety attack, right? So he parked his car in the parking lot of the Target, and he started running to ask people to help because he felt like he said that he was gonna die. He kept saying that he was gonna die because he had an anxiety attack. So I was like, okay, calm down. I tried to like calm him down as much as I could, and he asked me for. Like, I told him, you want me to call the paramedics because you don't look all right. He didn't look all right, right? So then he's like, no. And I was like, you know what? Probably it's best that we do call him. So we called him, and I even hold his hand because the guy, he was young. He was sweating, and he's like, oh, no me dejes solo, because he didn't have family, right? And then I was like, oh, okay. I was like, no, I'm not going to leave you by yourself. So then the paramedics came, and they took him. They asked me that if I was his family member. What I do regret is getting his number. to see like if he was okay, you know. I
Regret
never
getting it or not getting it.
no regret getting it because I didn't get it at all. I didn't get it. So I just to check up on him. And another story, like a month after that, I didn't want to go pick up my nephews to school, right? Because it's like a couple of blocks away from the house. And I was like, I don't want to go. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go. And I told my mom, vamos, ma. She's like, yeah, vamos. So we went. We picked them up. Everything good. We made a turn. And when I made the right turn on my mirror, I saw a car ran over two ladies, right? So la señora iba a recoger los niños a la escuela. Era middle school, right? So iban a recoger a sus hijos a la escuela. Era una señora mayor y una más younger, right? So, and I saw, no, you're good. So, miré yo que, I literally saw when they got ran over. So, I told my mom, I was like, ma, I was like, los atropelló. Because you could hear it, las señoras gritaron, right? She's like, my mom was like, obviously like every Latino, she's like, no te metas tú porque no, un problema, you know? I was like, no, I need to help.
Metiche.
I busted.
Tú sabes quién soy, mamá.
Me di una vuelta rápido and I drove into the block donde estaban ellas allá. Estaban en la calle, so I ran and I helped them out because, you know, it's a busy street. So then as soon as I grabbed them, I was like, there was another person to stop. I was like, can you block the street because para que no vengan carros? And the person that ran him over era un señor más mayor, right? But sí se paró él, pero como que estaba confuso de lo que había pasado. So then I was on my knees literally telling la señora, are you okay? You okay? They were both conscious, pero una estaba más herida que la otra, right? Wow. And I was like, and I'm very like quick at like helping like that. Like I don't even think like, oh, what about, and I kept telling her like, oh, ¿cómo se llama? Mi nombre es blah blah, respire bien, está bien todo, blah blah. So la ambulancia, that's the first thing I did. And then there was more people coming. I was like, and they thought it was my family member. I was like, no, it's not my family member. I was like, ya llegó la policía luego, and over there ahí cierran las calles luego, like porque como para que no pasen los carros. And then I told the lady, I was like, you want me to call your daughter? Porque me dijo que su hija. Y no quería que los niños miraran. Yo no quería que los niños encontraran a sus mamás o a su abuelita, no sé qué era, en el piso atropelladas, right? So yo le dije, quiero hablarle a su mamá de los niños para que ella venga por ellos rápido, para que no la miren aquí. Ya le hablé a la señora y me dijo, la hija le dije, eso pasó, está bien, está consciente. Él me dijo, no. Y la señora me decía, me agarraba la mano, la fuerte, me decía, no me dejes sola. No, o sea, no te voy a dejar sola, o sea, aquí estoy yo. Ay, estás bien. So se la llevaron a las dos en la ambulancia, and I never got to see the daughter, because she was like, I'm so thankful that you're there with my mom, this and that. But it's always like the right time and right place, you know? Imagínate si no le hubiera ayudado yo, pueda que un carro hubiera pasado y se le hubiera llevado también.
A mí se me hace que en otra vida fuiste paramédico.
Yo creo que también. Creo que sí.
Who knows? I mean, imagine, like, if we wouldn't have been there, like, it's a busy street. Actually, you've seen that street where the coyotes were at?
Oh.
Sí, lo bueno es que no vieron coyote.
No, but yeah, that street is busy during the day.
What
so
street is it?
It's right there on Sema Riverside.
Oh,
it's like busy. No te quiero dar mi información de vivo.
What about you, friend? Have you done anything good?
Never. I feel
lot.
no. First of all, a lot of people have done a lot of great things for me, so thank you guys so much. But one thing that I can think of. Okay, let me think. Oof. This one's kind of lame, but.
No,
Not
It's
really.
lame. It's not
Hey,
lame.
if that's your
No,
journey.
this is kind of lame because it's not lame, but it was cool because you know how the eggs are like really expensive right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was a good deed or the guy was just lazy, but the point is the eggs didn't scan. They didn't
Let me
scan.
find out was you at the self
So
checkout.
so the guy was just like, it's all right, or I don't know if they didn't scan or he just like didn't scan free eggs. I was like, so I got free eggs recently.
Girl.
¿Cuántos eran?
But so
¿Te
many.
ganó la lotería?
Me gané la lotería.
Fred, you
But
should- you
there
were
has
like-
definitely been a lot of people that done great deeds for me.
Fred,
So
you were
thank
like, I wish I would have gotten the bigger pack. 24 pack.
No, yo sí soy agradecido.
Yeah, she's saying, el muchacho forgot to scan it. El muchacho was her.
It was self-checkout. And I was the lazy one. I didn't want to go.
Yoli, or maybe he just did. He didn't want to go back and scan it again.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
store-
that's
what
what I'm
store was
saying. But
this?
it was
What store
cool.
was this?
It was at Food for Less.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to get this employee in trouble, even though it was me.
that reminds me. One time when I was a cashier, I was, you know how when you buy stuff like this, like at the store, they have to like wrap it up. So like you have to like scan it and then wrap it up. So like I was like scanning her things, right? And I forgot to scan one of the items.
Forgot.
No, I really did. I didn't even know the person. So I like wrapped it up, and when I already had finished wrapping it up, I remembered. I was like, damn, I don't think I scanned this. And I was like, dang it. I was like, whatever. So I got the item and I put it in her bag. Well, I couldn't remember, so I was like, whatever. So I just put it in the bag.
The screen actually tells you what you scanned.
Yeah, but I didn't look.
And when she left, this beep beep.
No, because it was
The
like
cops
an
just
item
estaban
like this.
afuera. The cops were outside.
Hector's like, she's stealing.
So it was like an item like this, and I already had wrapped it, put it in the bag. She left, right? So I'm taking care of another customer and whatever, I take care of the customer. And then that customer leaves. Tell me why the lady comes back. She's like, excuse me, he's like, excuse me, you forgot to scan this.
Oh,
And
you're
I was
lying!
like,
Oh my god!
Hey,
You
something
see?
Yoli didn't do with the eggs.
She came back to just tell me.
I sure didn't.
Nah, but she did it with like, she was trying to be nice.
Yeah,
She's like,
she just probably didn't want you to get in trouble.
she did. That's what
That's
she told me.
nice.
She's like, hey, I just wanted to come back and let you know that you didn't scan this item. She's like, I just came back because I didn't want you to get in trouble. And I'm like, girl, you're gonna come over here. You're gonna get me
Now
in
I'm in
trouble.
trouble.
Now I'm gonna get in trouble for not checking.
But it wasn't her intention.
No, it wasn't.
I just remembered my other good deed. And this was not, okay, so one time when I was in school, I had parked my car y luego lo prendí, pero tú sabes, yo olvidada, había dejado la luz prendida, so mi batería no servía. I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember I had gone out of school early that day, so I'm like walking around the whole parking lot, I'm walking around the parking lot, seeing if I find anybody, please help me. And then finally, I stumble upon this beautiful couple that was making out clear as day in front of me. But I had an emergency. So I said, excuse me, excuse me. As they're like having a whole makeout session, right? Oh my gosh. And I will not forget. They looked at me. They both were just like,
What?
like what?
You're they're like, you're interrupting us.
So I was like, oh
And
my
you
God,
hate her
sorry.
like they're each
I was
other.
like, I'm so sorry, you guys. And then I looked at the girl. I was like, just because my battery died, do you guys think you guys have something to help me? And then the girl was like, yeah. And then she looked at her boyfriend and was like, yeah. And then he goes and gets the stuff from his car. And then they both helped me to start my car. And this girl was like, yeah.
Right now,
So shout out to them.
yeah, right now I'm a little offended. I'm a little offended.
The
I
triple?
did I did say a lot of people have done
I
great
don't know if
deeds
you know
for
the
me.
story, but let's share it. When all three of us had almost the same shift at work. Hey, all mics over here. Yoli
Yes, me.
decided to leave her car keys inside her car, right? So this is when before TikTok, we used to record videos. If you know, you know. Hey.
Hey, when
So-
I was a fan.
Yeah. So if you know, you know. I wish we would have recorded this part. She forgot her keys inside the car, right? So everything was good. We left. We went back inside the studio, right, to edit the video. Then she's about to leave like 3 a.m. She's like, my keys are inside. Does anybody have AAA? So you know how when you have the membership, you have like I think it's like 3 calls or 4.
I've never had a membership.
I think it's 3.
We've never had a membership.
So wait, so
We never
then-
needed one.
So then
Well, that sucks.
Yoli's like, does anybody have AAA? I was like, oh, I have AAA. I'll call. I called, right? That was one time, right? Then the second time, we were leaving a concert and we had a car accident. Us 3 of us. We had a car accident. Does anybody have AAA?
What concert was this?
Calibash.
Oh, it was with AAA?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
called
okay.
AAA.
Yeah.
They took the car to Yoli's house. And then another time.
Damn, you used
No,
all your
wait,
3
no,
lives?
yeah,
Oh,
I did.
heck no.
I did.
Did she help you pay the
No,
yearly fee?
Wait. The third
Oh,
time she didn't
heck
ask
no.
me. She'll be off at midnight and we'll come in at midnight, right? So we used to always chill. We used to get sushi, swipe the car.
Swipe the card, swipe the card.
I used to order the sushi.
Swipe
She used to
his
go pick it
card.
up. Yeah. She used to go pick it up and then we'll eat and then we'll like kind of like do our videos, right? Or the other podcast that we had. And then that one time she forgot the keys again inside in the parking lot. She didn't ask
After
me.
she went to get the food, right?
She
After
didn't
you-
ask. Oh, and after she cried because the girl made her
Wait,
mad.
no, this time I was tacos. That was at McDonald's. That's a different story.
We don't want to talk
Stay
about
on
that.
track. Stay on track.
Now the point is that she went to go get the food, right? So
Yeah.
then Yoli forgot the keys inside the car, right? Again, but we didn't know this until like 3, 4 in the morning. We stayed in their studio. She left, took the elevator, went downstairs. Oh, I don't have a key. The keys are inside. You know what she did? She called Gil. Friend, can you tell him? Because I don't want to tell him anymore. So then Gilbert comes to my studio. Hi, Alex. What are you doing? So you see my friend Yoli? She's kind of like
downstairs.
She's downstairs. She's kind of asking like if you still have AAA.
If you still have
But
AAA.
Fred,
Or did we use all the...
I just want to say, did we use them all? It was already the end of the year, and I didn't want them to
No,
go to
she-
waste.
go to
She's
waste.
gonna use all of my calls.
Wait, how many did you have? More
I
than
think it's 3
Wait.
calls, no?
Wait, but the funny
That
thing
sounds
is
like
that
too many.
The funny thing that this regarding the car
Car crash?
accident one,
Yeah.
yeah. I think those two were like in the same
The
week.
same week.
They were like in
It
the
was the
same
same week,
week,
literally.
like 2 days apart. Like,
Yeah.
girl.
That's
Hey,
why
she
I
was
didn't
doing it
want
on
to tell
purpose.
him.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
but the next year I did get AAA. Shout out to my sisters.
Well, now
for
we
the
know who to
Christmas
call
gift.
'cause I
Yeah,
don't
now we know
have
who to call.
I don't either.
Now you can call. I think I told you. I was like, so if you need anything, you can call me now.
Yeah.
'Cause you can use mine.
But yeah, it was literally like 2 days apart. Like,
Damn.
I think it was just like, I don't know, what was it?
but it was funny because she didn't tell me. She called Gil. Gil was like,
embarrassed.
so what happened was.
And Gilbert was like,
happened
y ahí
was-
viene Alex en el lavador. Hello?
Yeah, call AAA.
Already
and
on the phone.
They come with
Yeah.
a little pouch and they're like,
Hey. But remember, we would share this, and I did say thank you because I actually did post videos, and I said it was specifically you, the reason I got it. And I remember because we posted what had happened, and then we had a tow truck driver hit us up and tell us, if you guys ever need help, like, let us know.
Yeah.
And we're like,
And
let
she
me
wrote the
save
number
this.
down.
Yeah, we were like, let's save it. Yeah, because I was like, oh my
This video
god.
is sponsored by AAA.
Every year I get-
membership.
Every year I get the memory of this because Snapchat, because I'm telling you, we recorded the whole thing like after it was already happening. Like, oh, shout out to Alex, he's so great. So
About the only good
we
things
recorded
that-
every
Mala
year
agradecida.
the memories. Like, I was like, oh my
That's
god.
funny
I think
'cause-
I send it to you guys
Hey, that's
all the
funny
time
because you
too.
get those memories. I get the memories we're in the vending machine.
Hey, Alex. By the way, that's the only good deed that Alex has
No,
done.
what
At
about all the
least for
times I
us.
fed you?
At least
Swipe
for
the card,
us.
swipe the card.
But,
Hey, but cheers to those good memories. Cheers to the good
Hey,
memories.
but cheers
For
to
the
Alex.
team back then.
I wasn't
For the
part of
team
that.
back then.
Okay,
Cheers.
that's fine.
Hey,
Good deeds.
Pásala Bien, cheers now.
I don't have nothing
Yeah,
more.
I'm not thirsty no more.
Well, can I have some of your, can I have some of your water?
But wow, guys, be good people.
Yeah.
Good-
No,
I really do
honestly-
believe in good karma. I feel like the bueno que hagas se te regresas, and it does.
Sí, cuando yo hice un good deed, no se me regresó the good karma. One time I did a good deed. Me and Alex were working the overnight shift. And before we went to go work, we stopped to get tacos.
Oh.
We went to go get tacos, right? So we pulled up to the taco spot and we were getting the tacos. And I'm like standing there. I already had ordered my food.
La
Alex was
señora de
ordering
las
his.
tortillas de maíz que le
No,
hacía
yeah,
mano.
Where
Because
are
that's our
they? I
friend.
want to find
They're
that
not there
place
anymore.
again.
No.
Oh, I miss
No.
those
This is a
tacos.
It was
a
on
different
Pico, Pico Boulevard in LA. La lady hacía tortillas de maíz.
and
huh?
they were the best
Yeah.
tortilla tacos like ever.
Well, I don't know
so
where this was
good.
at, but they were bomb.
This is a different one.
It was a
Okay.
different spot. So I already had ordered my food, and I'm like standing over here, and Alex is ordering his food, and I see I think he was homeless. He gets and I'm only assuming this because he got food from the trash can.
Okay.
He got the food and he ate it, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I went and I was like, hey Alex, let's order some food for that guy. So we ordered the food, right? So los dan la comida, we ordered him like 3 or 4 tacos. So agarró los tacos. And the guy already had went across the street on the te paras pa
The bus stop.
where the bus stop is at. So I crossed the street, and when I'm going up to him, he's like looking at me like he looks scared. I don't know if he was on drugs or anything, but
Yeah.
he looked scared when I was going up to him. And I was like, oh, excuse me, like I bought you some food. So I'm going up to him and se los doy. And as soon as I estaba aquí el bus stop, and then obviously está la sidewalk to step down, right? When I like give him the food, I turn around, and as I soon as I turn around, I hear the homeless person go, no, like screaming.
And I heard it
I
all the way
already
across the
I
street.
already had stepped my foot down. So when I like went like this, I turned around, I heard him yelling, and the car went literally in my face. Literally, like the car was driving like 100.
Yeah.
Like literally, like as soon as I stepped my foot out, I felt like the car right here in my nose.
That's
And I-
really good karma. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
No, but to me, I was like, damn, for doing a good deed, I almost died. I literally, like, I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, what the? I almost freaking died for coming to feed, and I crossed the street.
No,
like,
you almost
shocked.
freaking died for not
Yeah.
watching where you're going.
No, but no,
You know
the
what's
car.
crazy,
It had
Joey?
nothing to do
I
with
was
it.
across the
No, it
street
was
and
the
I never-
car.
I didn't never saw the car. Like
No,
I
the
literally
car-
saw the whole thing like slow motion. I was like, where did this car come
It happened
Because he
so
was going so
fast.
fast.
He was going so
He was
fast.
driving like 100, and the light wasn't even freaking green. It went, and I was like, and I crossed the street, and I was like, Alex, did you see that? I almost
was like-
died.
Hey, well, I'm mad at the guy that you get the tacos to.
Why?
Why?
¿Por qué le dio alerta?
Yeah, you're messed
Gilbert!
You're messed up, Gilbert.
Say sorry to your brother.
Say sorry, friend. Say sorry.
Say
That
sorry
was
to
too
your
much. That was too much.
Hey, I wouldn't be here for the podcast.
Wait a minute. I'm just kidding.
No, it
That's
was so
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
I told
crazy.
It was
Alex, I'm like,
instant good
it was
karma.
happened
Yeah.
so
That's actually
freaking
really
fast.
good karma,
Like I
yeah.
literally, it was like, here are the tacos. Put my foot down. He's like, no.
Yeah.
And the car. And I just turned around and looked at
Like
the
he
guy.
didn't even have time to say stop, don't go.
No,
or
he
something.
just said
say,
no. He
no,
like
no.
screamed no. That it literally.
I heard it.
Alex heard it from across the street.
I was like literally still in the taco stand, and then he
Yeah.
walked across the street, started bus stop.
I was
like
like,
he said.
my heart was like, boom, 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 boom.
Damn, that's
wasn't
I
your
was
time.
so,
Yeah.
It
I
wasn't
was
your
so scared. I was like, I almost died. So I'm
And the
guessing
craziest thing that stand was cash only, and we didn't have a lot of money in cash.
Yeah, we did it. That was
Per
cash only.
usual.
No, it's because obviously now you
It's
can
all
pay
in
with
the
Zelle.
card.
It's all
I
in the
thought-
card now, and we're talking about a couple of years
The
back.
declining
you know?
card or what?
No,
My
Gilbert.
card. Who's
Gilbert.
declining card? Alex or mine?
not mine.
Mine's never declined. Let me tell you that much.
Not even my AAA decline, Sayoli.
Yeah, his AAA always works.
Wait, do you still got AAA to this day?
I don't because before
damn.
I didn't even
They
use
used
it.
them all.
Oh, he doesn't need it anymore because we have AAA now.
Yeah. I'm
So next time you just call Yoli and she'll
she'll
pick
be
you
like,
up.
who's this?
He's
Wrong
like,
number.
wait, Alex? What? No.
Pero como
That's
dicen tus
crazy.
papás, ayuda a tus padres y Dios te ayudará. I'm like, I'm still waiting.
Ya te ayudé mucho.
Lo que te das de esta recompensa.
Sí.
¿no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Da
That's
la
true.
vuelta.
I
Shout out
love
to
these
that.
stories, man.
Yeah, that was cool. And none of those were recorded.
Nope.
Literally, none of them. They should have been recorded. That would have been viral.
Oh, I was like, wait, it's not.
The camera.
Hey, I'm like, the
These
cameras
cameras
are
are
on. Yeah, these cameras are on. I swear, I was like, damn, the camera's turned off.
That was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you guys for
joining us.
memories.
Let us
and
know
your
what kind of good
your
deeds you've
good deed
done.
would be subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. Give it a like, share it,
Listen to the
tag us,
past episodes.
Yeah.
Listen on Spotify.
Yes.
Spotify, and we're gonna be back with more good deeds, more
make sure you
podcasts
give
for
thumbs
you. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys
We
for
had a lot
being
of
here.
good time.
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
sharing.
sigan
Yeah.
siendo,
Guys.
sigan siendo buena gente, and you watch out where you're going.
Yeah,
Donde vas a
hey,
pisar,
watch
donde vas a
out-
cruzar.
Reactivate your AAA because I think I'm done this year.
Hey, you be careful who you put in your car and you who you go in the car
And I
with.
still remember I sat in the back because of specific. I was
that?
like, hey, when I was sitting in the front,
You're like, I'm gonna smack him.
I was ready. I was like, try something.
Yeah.
Before we end this episode, Yoli, what's your keys?
Because we were already being friends. we were already being feisty at the
Yeah,
club.
we already.
Yeah.
That was the same day.
Yeah, we
Oh
need to
my
come back with
God.
club
yes,
drama.
club
Oh,
drama.
shit.
Wait, you guys
next
were fighting?
episode.
Whoa.
No.
Well, she
Oh.
was and I was. Automatically, I was.
And
By
you're like,
default.
what's good?
By default.
Where's your people at? Bring your people too. But we'll get into that later.
We'll get into that some other day.
Yeah,
they're
we'll
all- those
talk
are
about
good
it
Those
ones.
are
Yeah.
different
My
stories.
camera's
eh?
done.
Okay.
So
Bye.
wait.
Bye, nos
man.
vemos.
You can do it right here,
Yeah.
everybody.
Excuse me.
Bye, you guys. See you
Bye.
guys next week.
Pásala bien.